That's a controversial one. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Welcome back to another video. So one of my goals in 2024 was to get back into casual YouTube. If you guys haven't seen, I just finished the first season of an interview series that I was working on for like the past year and a half. So you can watch all those episodes. But I want to get back more into casual YouTube because that's where I started, and honestly, that's where the fun is. Obviously, in and outs have been like a big thing for just like the past year going into the new year. So I wanted to give my take. So first thing on my out list is influencer trends. I feel like influencers were a big thing obviously for like the past 2-3 years, especially in the start of the pandemic when like companies couldn't like make a whole bunch of content like within, so they hired a lot of influencers to create that type of content, and I feel like it served its purpose for a while. But I feel like influencers aren't relatable anymore. People don't want to have to buy into the new trends all the time. People don't want to have to like be looking at somebody for like what's next. I feel like people want to develop what they already have, and especially after these last years where people were buying into a lot of influencer trends and they quickly saw that those things were quick this moment and like not hot the next moment. But that's literally just because influencers are paid to make whatever's new look like it's the best thing ever and you need it, but the reality of it is it's not, and you don't need it. Boom. So that's my first one. Influencer trends are out, and what's in is going to be uniforms. I feel like, as I was saying, a lot of people got tired of like having to buy new things all the time and constantly keep up with whatever a trend is at the time. So I feel like in 2024 you're gonna see a lot more people honing into like their personal style and what that means to them, and creating like a uniform based off of that. If you see like a lot of people who we look to for style inspiration, like the actual people who have been having style for a long term, a lot of them have a uniform. A lot of them have like things that work for them that they can go to quickly, and it's like their style. It works for them. They know exactly what that is. If you remember Janelle Monáe, when she first started her career, she was doing a lot of well, she only did black and white, but she created an identity behind herself. So I feel like a lot more people are going to want to hone into their like fashion identity in the year of 2024. Okay, my next out, and this one is a controversial one, but I feel like also not really. I feel like a lot of people are on the same page. But Y2K. I feel like it's a bit like cringy now, to be honest, and I feel like a lot of people really like dug it into the ground with like people like Aaliyah Core, and then like brands like Jaded London, even brands like Heaven by Marc Jacobs. I feel like Y2K has like shined in the past year, and I feel like now that is like done. I feel like a lot of people are going to be moving more into like, I feel like the 70s, they're going to come back. One thing that I think that is going to be in is accessorizing, heavy accessorizing. I feel like coming off of talking about uniforms and how people are going to be trying to find their style more, I feel like a lot of the looks are going to be more basic and not like, I mean, it'll still be experimental in a way, but I feel like it'll be like where Y2K is super like colorful and out there. I feel like the people who are honing into their fashion like identity and their style with their uniforms, I feel like they're gonna lean into like accessorizing heavily to make those pieces and those looks feel special. I mean, a good example is like right now I wanted to wear some color, so I put on this hat and these sunglasses, but like if I were to take both of these things away, it would be like fairly like, it would be like a calm fit, but it would be fairly like simple. But like the glasses adds just like a little bit more to it, and of course the hat gives it a vibe as well. So I feel like you're going to be seeing a lot more people lean into accessories and spending a lot more money on staple accessories. Okay, this may be like the most controversial opinion that I have this whole video, but one thing that I think is going to be out, and a lot of people are not going to like this, is Telfar bags. I feel like Telfar bags, they had their moment, and I feel like they're very cute while they were, but I feel like a lot of people are finding a lot better products, and especially for the quality. I feel like Telfar is on its way out. I do feel like there is a community aspect of Telfar that isn't even based in the real like fashion world. Like they have a real community, so I feel like for that reason, obviously you're still gonna see people buying Telfar and Telfar being a thing. Like their collabs with Uggs are always like becoming more elevated and more fun, and I feel like they are finding a lot of fun companies to collab with. So I feel like the collabs could be a lot of fun, but I feel like if they don't come out with a new it bag, I feel like the like shopping bags are not gonna be as big and as prevalent as they were in the past like 3-4 years. That's a controversial one. Yeah. Now something that's in is gonna be animal prints. I think that animal prints have always been something that kind of loom around. Like I feel like it's never too out of trend, but I definitely feel like in the next year you're gonna see a lot more animal prints happening, and you can already see companies like Supreme leaning into things like that. Even like the biggest shoe, the Wales Bonner and Adidas collab that happened this year. I've honestly always been a big fan of like animal prints and playing around with patterns and stuff like that, so I'm really excited for that. Okay, one thing that is out in the new year, and thank God for this, is silver, chrome, metallics. I think that is out. I think that honestly the only reason that it was in is because of Beyonce. I think her like consumerism power is insane, because literally she created that album. She said everybody pull up in chrome and metallics to my concert, and that's what every brand, every fast fashion brand was making that. Every independent brand was making that. There were companies that success was literally based off of products that people were buying to wear to this concert. So I think that while I do understand why it was so big last year, because of the fact that Beyonce put out an album that literally promoted this type of clothing and colors, I think that because the album is over and because that tour has passed, I think that that is out. I think formal wear is going to be more prevalent in the new year. I mean, there are a few references, like Bella Hadid is somebody who does like formal wear in a really good way, but I think that you're going to see a lot more people leaning into formal wear as like everyday. You're going to see a lot of like the Beatles references. You're going to see a lot of like Mick Jagger references. You're going to see a lot more like eccentric kind of formal 70s. Yeah, that was some of my fashion in and outs for leaving 2023 going into 2024. Let me know what you guys think about some of the things that I said, but also let me know what some of your ins and outs are. Yeah, because I feel like there are a lot, especially fashion wise, because it was a hectic fashion year this past year. I feel like there were like 50,000 million trends, so I feel like there's a lot to talk about. So don't forget to watch some of my past videos. Don't forget to subscribe to this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Yeah, peace out.